Why are there so many YouTube members only videos on the channel? Welcome to the Raid Room. Today we are going extraordinarily inside baseball, even for the Raid Room. Today we're talking about the NASCompares YouTube channel and the fact that we have members only videos and why it's annoying, why people are complaining, why they've got a point, and what we're trying to do to change it here on the channel, why it exists in the first place in fact, and why unfortunately, at least in the short term, they're not really going anywhere. So first and foremost, why the problem? I think a lot of users, and again, this is something I've got no control over, and many much bigger platforms than myself, Linus being a Linus Tech Tips, highlighting this louder than anyone else. One of the biggest problems with the members only videos is YouTube pushing them to people, be they subscribers or otherwise. And it's been happening to me as well. The very idea that you could see a video pop up on your feed as a notification on your phone, and then it tells you this cool new vid's out, you click it and it goes, it's members only, I'd like some money please. I can understand why that would be frigging annoying. Unfortunately, all YouTube creators have no control over those notifications. We can't control how often they're sent out, or we can't control that they go out at all. If I had the option, I would turn those off. Okay, so just keep in mind that no one can control those notifications. Now the second thing, why do members only videos exist here? We have Patreon, we have Ko-Fi. Why do members only videos exist? Well, when I'm reviewing products, and there's a reason I've completely caked this table in stuff, because it is a relatively small channel, it's just me and Ed that run the YouTube channel, that run the secondary Digibyte channel, that run the NASCompares website, and that run the support services that we'd run, and indeed all the communication with brands, all the communication with subs, all the communication with you. There is just us, and we have to be efficient as all hell. And one of the big parts of that is running reviews at the same time. These are all products right now that are being reviewed at the time of recording, and there are several others just off camera, one you can probably hear. Trying to speak to the brand, try to get them to send the product, or we buy the product, whichever way we go, getting the product here, setting the device up, running the tests, recording the tests as we go, annotating, making notes, preparing scripts, recording the video, post-production, uploading, doing all of that bump. It would be wildly inefficient if I did it one product at a time. So we have to do them all at the same time. My week is generally a blocked out day of setup and preparedness, a blocked out day or two of testing, then presumably going to a library or a coffee shop, writing up my notes, Brett Worthing, writing up a lot of the notes, getting ready for the script, getting ready for the written review, recording it, and then a whole day, 2-3 days of editing all of those videos of all the things I tested at the same time, and then uploading them and doing it all. It's way more efficient to do those all at the same time. The problem is, at the end of that, I will go through a glut where I've not uploaded a video for a week, 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden I will upload a pile of videos. Now, had I made all of those videos live at exactly the same time, woe is me, creator has difficulty with channel, smallest violin in the world, but if I make those videos live all at the same time, the result is, not only would that absolutely shatter the algorithm according to YouTube, the all-powerful algorithm of the channel, and therefore mean that all of the work, and I hate to use the term ROI, return on investment, but all of the input from all of that output is hugely reduced. At the same time, if I make all of those videos live at once, then there's a big silence period. So it makes sense to publish them granularly. We tend here on the channel to aim for one video every 1 to 2 days, and that system rotates, and while that's going on, I'm going through the next glut of devices that I am testing, evaluating, comparing and preparing for, and that goes for comparison videos as well, and news videos where something can crop up now that's very immediate, like a Plex data breach, or some other brand has gone off the deep end, you heard me, Synology, where that will interrupt the flow of a lot of that background production. The result is that a lot of the time, when you see a video that's published, there may be a barrel of other videos here doing absolutely nothing. And I know there are people that want to watch them. So the members only program, as I've mentioned to people many times in the comments, is allowing people that want to access early, that want expedited access to a bunch of videos that if I publish them otherwise would be detrimental to the channel, able to access it. And it's not the only gig in town. You can go to Ko-Fi, you can go to Patreon, and if you message me nicely enough on Reddit, I can again show you a comments thread on Reddit. I will just send you an unlisted link anyway. The margins are thin. This is a painfully niche topic that unfortunately most people engage with very briefly over extended periods of time. They do a bunch of research, they work out the thing they're going to buy that fits their needs, and you could extend this to fridges, microwaves, cookers and tellies, and once they buy it, they never return. It's not like movies or games or a returning subject. The actual number of returning visitors to this subject is actually pretty darn slim. The margins, as I say, are very, very thin. And therefore we can't disrupt the algorithm here on the channel. We can't break the pattern that we've created with ease. Now, I wish I could control YouTube's maddening push notifications to this content. I don't want you to pay for early access to content that will 100% be public eventually, because that's the other thing. All members only videos get published. I don't hold on to them for ages. I do it because I can't publish them all quickly. Now, sometimes I will change the order of the publication. A video doesn't automatically join the back of the queue. Sometimes, for example, something will be more prescient. It will be a subject that people want to hear more about, and therefore I push that ahead in the queue. But once again, that's how sometimes you'll see a members only video that will spend 1, 2, 3 weeks not being published, whereas another one will go members only for only a few days. Now again, you've got Ko-Fi, you've got Patreon, you can go to those platforms if you want to support what we do and have access to those videos long term. But for those that only want to engage with YouTube, it is a middle ground, by no means perfect middle ground, if YouTube could stop sending those sodding notifications, to allow these videos to be watchable without harming the work that we do here. Now, some users have maintained we should open up multiple YouTube channels and therefore have these videos going out a little earlier. The problem with that is, and I know it seems like I'm being very, very negative, because there is an argument for it and we are exploring it right now here on the channel. If we created multiple channels to put some of these videos out, we'd have to create around 3 or 4 different channels, all of which would have to be managed. And unfortunately, it would mean that for a long time, while those channels are very, very small, the input that we get from that output would be significantly reduced rather than when we put them out on the full channel like this one. We are exploring that option, trust me. But at the moment, it's just not viable to what we do within this very niche space. I'm genuinely open to finding alternatives to YouTube membership, but at the moment, within the YouTube ecosystem, it's the only gig in town, and the percentage markup, or more precisely the commission YouTube takes, is actually pretty substantial, to be honest. We have limited control over what the minimum on YouTube membership is because of YouTube's cut, and it's the same with ad revenue as well. They own the platform, they own the gig in town, and I wish we had more control over that, not just those notifications. But as I say, if you've got a suggestion about how we can pursue allowing earlier access to these videos without it harming their overall appeal and harming the channel and the algorithm in general, please let me know in the comments. But this has been why there are so many members only videos here on the channel. But again, let me reiterate, all videos that are members only become published. They will generally be published within a matter of weeks at most, but it's often a matter of days. Also, if you want to save a bit of bunts and you still want early access, trust me, go to Ko-Fi and Patreon. It's cheaper, you can get away with single donations in order to access the content early, and it still allows us to maintain the content. And lastly, if members only content has forced you and forced your hand to unsub from the channel, I get it. I'm not going to ask you to resub. I'd like it if you did, but I completely understand that those notifications are annoying. I wish there was a better system in place, and that's why I want you guys in the comments to hopefully come up with recommendations that will benefit the channel and what we do moving forward. But thank you so much for watching. This has been The Raid Room, and I'll see you next time.